Alright, what's up everyone? I just saw Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's the fourth movie in the Tom Holland MCU Spider-Man franchise. I'm pretty sure they said this is the first of a new trilogy, so there will be two more movies coming out. I gotta say up front, I'm a little conflicted on how I feel. Not that the movie was bad, I thought it was good, but I feel like leading up to it, I was like really hyping myself up for it. You know, it's been 5 years since the last Spider-Man movie. You know, there were all these thoughts in my head, and I think that's a problem with just movies today in general. Is a lot of people, me included, will sometimes build up expectations that were never really set. I think all the stuff they do in the movie, I thought it was really cool. I thought it was interesting. It was definitely not a new take on Spider-Man, but a new feel. And it's got Destin Daniel Cretton is the director who did Shang-Chi, and you can see some of that in there, some of the combat and other things like that. You know, like from the trailer, you see the hand is in this movie, so you know you got some of that martial arts kind of feel. Tom Holland is crushing it still as Peter Parker. I mean, you know, I grew up in the early 2000s, so I grew up with like Tobey Maguire, and I saw the Andrew Garfield movies when I was like a teenager, and now that I'm an adult, you know, we've been going through the Tom Holland franchise, and I feel like every Spider-Man is solid. I think Tom Holland might be my favorite just because, again, he feels more within the age range that Spider-Man is supposed to be, and also I guess it does help being part of the MCU, because like in this movie you see in the trailer, Mark Ruffalo, Bruce Banner, Hulk is in the movie, because Tom Holland, Peter Parker, he's going through some kind of like metamorphosis, some kind of change. You see in the trailer, he gets like organic webbing and stuff like that. So he's dealing with that, and he goes to Bruce Banner because he has this inhibitor that helps him rein in the Hulk. And so Peter's trying to make one of those to help with this new, like with this changing power set and whatnot. And also you have Punisher is in it, obviously, John Bernthal, and I thought he was used well. You know, he really wants to help Spider-Man, or like not really help, but like kind of take care of situations on his own. But like in this movie, you know, like they're fighting the Hulk and they're fighting this other person and this other person, and it's like, Frank, you'll probably just get one tapped by all these people. So I feel like even during like the Hulk scene, he just kind of show his heart just unloading on the Hulk, doing his guttural scream that everyone knows him for. He's just kind of sitting there just unloading on the Hulk, and I'm like, it's not doing anything, clearly. I mean, it's good for like kind of like a distraction, but you know, they did give him a role to play. You know, it's not kind of just like, oh, the Punisher's just there. You know, like Peter asks Frank to do something for him, to look after a certain person. That's mainly like where their relationship comes in, and it's just, you know, you see like kind of their working relationship when Peter's trying to solve something and Frank's trying to blast someone in the face, and so he kind of has to like tell him to get out of the way. Yeah, and Tina from The Bear, Lysa Zayas, she's like a detective. DeWolf is her name, and it's kind of like I don't know from the comics, but the first Spider-Man game when Peter would talk to Yuri about stuff. That's kind of the relationship they have. Like anytime something big happens, you know, she'll call Spider-Man and be like, well, or they'll like share information and stuff like that. Tremel Tillman is in the movie as well. He's like the head of damage control now. So I thought he was good. You know, he's not in it for that much. Michael Mando though as Scorpion. I'm glad we got more Scorpion. I kind of wish we got more of him. Like I feel like he could have been his own movie, low key. I'm sure there's still time for him to come back, but that was kind of one of my complaints with the movie, is that there was plenty of action. Obviously, you know, I don't think it needs to be full on just CGI fest the whole time. Like in the beginning, there's like a montage of Spider-Man fighting heroes, but it's not even really that. It's kind of just like still frames of them like recreating comic covers. Like the only real fight you see is with like Scorpion, really. So I kind of wish they would have showed more of that. Just like a couple more scenes with him taking out some of other villains to set it up. Zendaya and Jacob Batalon are back as MJ and Ned, and I thought they were good, like as always, but I think kind of a worry was that they would, like after No Way Home, when everyone forgets Peter, are MJ and Ned gonna just be around just because they like have to be, or because they were friends with Peter? It's actually pretty organic the way he kind of tries to get back into their lives and deal with the things he's been dealing with, because obviously he really wants to tell MJ about what happened, but also again he knows that trying to get back into her life will put it in danger again. I feel like they handled that stuff pretty well. Sadie Sink, who plays a character in this movie, she's an actor. I thought she was good. You know, I only saw her in Stranger Things. I never saw The Whale, but I know she's a great actress, so can't really get into much about her in the plot line because it's like a big spoiler. You know, it's been a huge discussion about what character she's playing. Just go watch it and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, overall I think I really enjoyed it, but also I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I feel like I'm gonna see it. I need to see it again, and I'll do like a spoiler review and actually have like all of my thoughts put together. But this was kind of just like what I was feeling up top. Some of the CGI is a little shoddy. You know, there are some parts where it's like, whoa, green screen. But I think most of it looks good, looks decent. You know, just like standard. It is kind of, it's like 2 hours 20, but I don't mind that. I don't really mind long movies, just as long as, like, again, if there was maybe like a couple more action scenes, just like two short little quick ones. And yeah, I think right now I'm probably sitting at like a 7 out of 10. I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel about it. Again, probably just from me hyping myself up so much about it, setting expectations that were probably not realistic. But I think what they wanted to pull off, they did. And I feel like after watching it again, knowing what the movie is, my opinions will change, obviously. So yeah, 7 out of 10 now. And then I'll do a spoiler review like next week at some point and maybe change that. Let me know down below, did you see Spider-Man Brand New Day? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Hit the like button, subscribe. Peace.